Hey YouTube, welcome back to Project Finance, and today's video is going to be about part 2 of week 4's Frugal Challenge. This is going to be the last Frugal Challenge of the month. We've made it this far, guys. We're finally at the end. And for all you guys who are new to the channel, the Frugal Challenge is where I keep track of my daily spending for the whole month and see if I can keep it under my monthly budget. My monthly budget was $2,000, and spoiler alert, I did meet it. And hopefully, if you guys are doing it at home yourselves, hopefully you guys made it as well for the month. And this video is probably going to be the last of the series. I'm probably not going to do it for June. This is just a challenge to see if I can make it, and doing it without my contingency, it makes me confident that I can do it when we're back into the real world outside quarantine. So hopefully you guys are the same. So at the end of the video, I have my summary and my final thoughts of the whole challenge. So let's just get into it. So Thursday, I wasn't too hungry for lunch, so I just held it off for dinner, and I had Panda Express. Came out to be $12 spent and $6 consumed. I usually eat Panda Express in 2 meals. I get like the 3 entree, and I just cut the sides, which is the chow mein and the fried rice, and I'll save it for the little meal. The $12 kind of more on the expensive side because I got a premium entree, which is the walnut shrimp. If you just get the regular entrees like the kung pao chicken and the orange chicken and the beef and broccoli, you won't have to upcharge. I believe the premium upgrade is about $1.95, so like $2. So I think if you get 3 entree, it comes out to be more closer to $10, and if you split that, would be $5. But I got the walnut shrimp this time, so it's a little more expensive than usual. So we went to Friday at the second half Panda Express for lunch, so that came out to be $12 spent, $6 consumed. And then for dinner, my girlfriend came down and stayed with me for the weekend, and she got ramen. We both got spicy tonkatsu, which came out to be $18, so divided by 2 is $9. She paid for it, so it'll be $0 spent and $9 consumed. A lot of restaurants are doing sales due to coronavirus. This particular store was doing 30% off the bill, so you guys check around your local stores and see if they're doing any deals, and I'll try to help local business out. So that was it for dinner. A couple other things I paid for that Friday was my Apple iCloud storage. If you guys don't know Apple phones, they come with a 15 gigabyte iCloud storage, which is not enough. Can't hold anything because like video is like 2-3 gigs already, and I don't have my photos or my videos on my iCloud. It's like all my apps and stuff, they're on the iCloud. What they give you is not enough. Like you have to buy the iCloud storage. The one I have, the $1 for 50 gigs, and it's more than enough. It's all like the apps and the backups for all my devices. They make $12 a year off me, and I have no other choice but to pay for it. This is like one of the main reasons I want to change my phone to a Google phone. I love Google Drive and Google Apps, but it's just so hard to switch from my iPhone to any other device just because everything's already synced onto your device, and it'll be a hard change for me to change to a Google phone. But it's something I've been contemplating for a while now, but probably not anytime soon just because I don't want to spend any money on a new phone. I'm still using my iPhone 7 back in 2016, I think. Still running strong. But my girlfriend keeps telling me to change my phone, but I don't want to pay more money than I have to. But anyways, moving on to the next item, it's my mortgage. I pay in Friday just in case the money doesn't transfer over the weekend. My mortgage is on the 1st, and I try to send the money over a couple days before the due date. And I think most mortgages have a grace period anyways. I know ours does. So just check with your mortgage company, but I think ours is like 10 days of grace period, and they won't penalize you if you don't pay. So mortgage came out to be $600. I covered it in my budget, and along with the mortgage comes with the property tax. Property tax came out to be $315. So total spent on Friday was $928, and total consumed for Friday was $931. Pretty expensive Friday just because of the housing situation. But moving on to Saturday. And then for Saturday, I'll let you guys guess what we had for lunch. We had the bunru, which she always likes getting when she comes down here. And then I had Vietnamese rice paper rolls. It's pretty much rice paper roll that has meats inside, and then you have meatloaf on the side. And that came to be $16. I paid for that one, and my portion came to be $8. The rice paper is kind of cheaper than the bunru, but then I got an egg roll and a pie shell on the side, so it came to be $8 total. And then for dinner, we had chicken crab. It came out to be $26, and then I consumed half of it, so $13. We shared a pound of shrimp, 6 sausages, and french fries, so it's a little cheaper than it usually is. I think a pound of shrimp is about $13 right now. We usually eat like about a pound each, but she wasn't too hungry, and she kind of felt bad for having like unhealthy food, so we end up sharing the chicken crab. And then we got drinks for dessert. We got boba from Ding Tea. It came out to be $10. She paid for this one, so it came out to be total spent of $0 and consumed of $5. And that's it for Saturday. Total spent of $42 and a consumed of $26. Moving on to Sunday, we had some Japanese food. She got a poke bowl, and I got a beef sukiyaki bowl. It came out to be $14. It was 50% off, so it would have realistically came out $28. But like I said, on Friday where we had the ramen food where it was 30% off, a lot of restaurants are doing deals, so this one was 50% off. And I ended up eating that beef sukiyaki bowl in 2 meals. So total bill came out to be $14. She paid for it, so total spent $0 for me, and then I had it for 2 meals, so it was $7 divided by 2, which is $3.50. And then we got some drinks after at 7 Leaves. I got a Thai tea, and she got a mung bean milk tea. That came to $8, and then she paid for this as well, so it came to be a total spent of $0 for me, and total consumed of $4. It's kind of crazy that the Thai tea came out to be more than my beef sukiyaki bowl, but it's because I portion control like crazy. And then she left after lunch, so then I had dinner with my roommate. He made some potatoes and sausages. I think it came out to be $3. I don't think potato and sausages are that expensive. So a total spent of $0 for me, and then consumed of $3. And then later that night, he sent me the utility bill. Our utility includes trash, gas, electricity, water, and internet. So with everyone split up, it comes up to $83. I estimate around $80, but since everyone's working at home right now and it's kind of getting hotter. We'll have the AC on. It was a little higher than $80. I think last month it was like $67. It varies. So around the $80 mark is where it's at. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the last 4 days. Let's go to the summary. So here's the total last 4 days, a total spent of $1,065 and total consumed of $1,056.50. You guys can see here that the Apple iCloud storage, the 50 gigs, it's $1 spent, and it comes under a want category because I don't need to have iCloud backup storage. I could just delete all my apps and save some money here, but it's $1, so it's like whatever to me. And it goes under the extracurricular category just because it goes under contingency. Everything else is pretty standard in terms of what you guys seen before. You guys seen me eating things in half, and you guys seen this been budgeted already, and you guys seen me eat Vietnamese food for so many weeks already. So nothing here is too surprising. So then let's move on to the pie charts. You'll see a big change in the pie charts due to the housing coming in, and it's a need category. So in the end, my want comes out to be $162 for spent, and then $1,658 for spent. And my want consumed comes out to be $177, and my need consumed comes to be $1,730. So then in total, it comes 8.9% for the want and 91.1% for the need. And for consumed, it comes to be 9.3% and 90.7% for the need. In my previous video, I said my want comes out to be around 25%, but I forgot to include the housing in it, and then that reduces the want to about 10%. I think anything more than 20% is kind of living too lavishly. Let's move on to the categories. So the housing came out to be a total of $998. The commute came out to be $332. The food came out to be $337. And extracurriculars came out to be $163, having a total of $1,820. And at the end, my food came out to be 18.5%, and my housing came out to be 54.8%. If we were to go look back at my budget, I kind of edited a little bit, and I showed you guys the breakdown percentage-wise of what I estimated. The housing should have been around 49.14%, which is about 50% of your lifestyle, which I do agree with. You shouldn't be spending more than how much your house is. Like if your commute is higher than your house, you should offset some of the price of the commute to your house so you can have a lower commute. And this is also more so if you own the house, because the price of your car only diminishes while your price of your house most likely will go up. And the commute's a little off because if you compare the commute number here, which is 17.7% versus 11.36%, this is because I didn't put in my registration of my car into my budget. It's not here. I just didn't account for that. I kind of just put it on contingency because it's a one-time payment, but maybe in the future when I edit this whole spreadsheet, I will put that in. I got a couple of comments from my friends about this budget sheet, about how they want to add some items here and how the formulas work and stuff like that. So maybe I will update the spreadsheet and have it like more fleshed out. This is just like a simple spreadsheet. If you don't have anything at all, I think this is a really good starting point. It's not that overwhelming, pretty self-explanatory on what you need to put in and stuff. But maybe I'll make a more extravagant budget sheet in the future. And also this pie chart is a little untrue because I didn't include a category of saving money in here. So the 54.8% is actually in comparison to everything else you spent. Because technically it should never go up from this number to the 49% because this number is fixed unless like utilities went up. But it shouldn't be so drastic where it went up about 5%. So I saved about $200. That's why this number went up, because it's in comparison to everything else I spent. So just keep in mind that this pie chart is a little off if you try to compare this number with the numbers in your budget. So let's move on to the calendar. So I have a total spent of $1,820 and a total consumed of $1,906. That's about a $90 difference between spent and consumed. And that's just because of mom's spaghetti, girlfriend's spaghetti, roommate spaghetti. So please take advantage of being able to live at home and eat at home. These meals are free on top of not needing to pay for housing costs. If you live for free at home, that's a lot of money you can save. So in conclusion, my lowest week was week 3 at $92. My most expensive week was week 4 where I had to pay rent, $1,021. So let's go over consumed. It should be about the same. The little discrepancy is here is week 2 and week 0. Week 2 is more than week 0 in consumed. And if you look at the spent calendar, week 2 is less than week 0. And on another side note, one of my friends asked me why I'm keeping track of my consumed. It's because when you live at home, your consumed is going to be different than when you move out, because you're probably going to be eating out more and spending more money on yourself. So the consumed is actually to keep a foundation of how your lifestyle is. Your lifestyle shouldn't change that drastically due to the environment you live in. So if you move out, you shouldn't be spending more money just because you have more freedom now. You should try to live the same lifestyle if your budget is working. And also have something to compare with how much you spend and how much you consumed. Like if you go out a lot and you keep paying for people's food when you don't have the money to pay for people's food, that's something that you can reflect on and change your habits. But if it's too hard for you to keep track of both consumed and spent, just focus on spent, because in the end of the day, that's what matters, is how much you spend. I just have the consume column, just have something to compare with. For me, I consume more than I spent. It's not necessarily a good or bad thing, it's just something that you can reflect on. So with this extra $180 that I have to spend, I'm most likely going to get the backdrop. I've been looking around, it's about $150, so with tax about $160. Obviously that's a want because I can just save my money and be a responsible adult and just not spend it. But I've been wanting it for the last 3 weeks now, and I've been holding it off for the longest, I'm probably gonna get that item. And that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys were able to make the goal and you guys beat the challenge. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been a long series. Let me know down below if you guys watched this since the beginning. And be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.